Are you after a breakup? I'm totally with you. But just do me a favor, keep your mouth shut in both ways. Don't start saying great stuff about the relationship, how everything was only great. On the other hand, don't stop bad mouthing your ex. You're only hurting yourself. Hi, welcome. What an honor to have you on the channel. I believe that in life we are here to serve a purpose greater than ourselves. But in order to do that the best way, we must start with investing in ourselves. I believe in you, and this channel is going to give you tools to help you overcome your challenges and light your path. Let's start. I remember one of my serious relationships, and everything was going well. After some time, there were some challenges over there. And later on, we decided to break up. There was even a time we thought to get married. We decided not to go that route and to break up. I think it was like maybe 2-3 years after that, a friend comes over to me and he's like, "Hey Yair, how you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing great, my friend. How are you? I hope the day is going pretty well." And then he comes to me and he tells me, "Oh, by the way, do you remember your girlfriend?" I said, "Of course I do. I can't forget her." And then he comes over and he says, "You know what? I just heard from someone that she got engaged." So I was like, "Wow, I'm really happy for her. She's a great human being. She wasn't for me, but she's an amazing person." And I started praising my ex-girlfriend because I was really, really happy for her. As a human being, I really think she's an amazing person. And then he comes to me and he said, "Yair, it's nice you're saying some really good things about your ex, but actually there's something I need to tell you." I was like, "Okay, talk." I'm totally with you. And then I remember he comes to me and he tells me, "So by the way, I know pretty well her fiance." So I was like, "Okay, perfect. You know him. Even better. Enjoy the wedding, dance, have fun, make them happy." And then he was like, "I think you're missing the point." And I was like, "Okay, what is the point?" So he tells me, "Listen, her boyfriend came up to me and he said, 'Listen, do you know Yair?'" And I was like, and my friend was telling him, "Yes, for sure, he's a great guy." Started saying all these things about me. And then the fiance said, "Well, what I heard from his ex-girlfriend is that, he's, whatever he said all kind of crazy stuff." And my friend approached him after and he said, "Are you sure we're talking about the same Yair?" Basically about me. Because the Yair I know is not at all like that. He's a total different person, a really good guy, good values. And the fiance was saying, "Yeah, she was talking about that Yair." And my friend came up to me and he said, "Well, do you want me to respond? Do you want me to say that you think ABCD about his fiance?" I was like, no reason to respond and say bad stuff. Actually, before the response, he was expecting me to start bad mouthing my ex-girlfriend. And I told him, "Listen, I don't take back my words. I think she's an amazing human being. We weren't for each other, and maybe she's upset from the past that we did get married, and that's why she's saying whatever she's saying. I still think she's a beautiful person, and please do not say anything bad about her, especially not to her fiance and also not to anyone else." So my friend was shocked. He was like, "She was totally bad mouthing you." And by the way, I remember after the relationship, I was always thinking about the good times that we had together, which was another mistake, but because we did have a lot of good times together, but it's not a good strategy to keep your mind there. And he was like, "Yair, why don't you want to say anything back?" And I told him, "I'm damaging myself, I'm hurting myself if I start bad mouthing my ex, because it won't do anything in her relationship, and also if it does, it won't help me in any way. When I'm bad mouthing someone that used to be close to me or anyone else, the only damage I'm doing is damage for myself, because usually when we bad mouth, we have a lot of hatred that comes up. When hatred comes up, we're damaging ourselves, not the other person. So that's why I told him, "Listen, please say only good things about her if he asks, and for sure don't badmouth." But my mistake was what I told you a minute ago, was that I placed my mind in all of the good times we had together. So you should tell yourself, wow, yeah, that's great. You're remembering the great times. So no, that's really, really bad. Why is that bad? Because when we break up, there's a reason we break up. So staying stuck in those good times, you're basically forgetting, or I was basically forgetting, the reasons we broke up. And I don't regret those reasons. So when you're in a breakup, in the process of a breakup, number one, do not badmouth the other person. Do not badmouth them. You're only hurting yourself. So why are you hurting yourself so much when you badmouth someone else? Or you badmouth yourself? Again, we said you're bringing up hatred inside you. That's number one. And hate, usually when you act out of hate, it doesn't bring to good consequence. And number two, after the hate, after that emotion could also come a lot of sadness. So do me a favor, take care of yourself. Don't badmouth the other person. For sure, don't badmouth yourself. I used to do it so much, badmouth myself with an excuse. You know what I used to say? I used to say, no, Yair, it's good for you. You're learning from that. So let's stop. There's a total difference between giving yourself feedback, saying, okay, this is the situation, what can I learn, and how can I implement it next time? That's fine, that's great. But you're not coming from criticizing. I'm all for giving feedback for yourself. That's the only way to learn. Don't tell yourself you're something that you're not. Okay? Learn from whatever mistakes you did, and now implement that learning and grow. But when you come from a place of criticism, it's not enough you're going through all this. Now you're adding your criticism on top. That's way too heavy and you could start sinking. So take it off, get up, and learn from the feedback. Don't criticize yourself, it doesn't help. Now, if you're right now going through any type of breakup or in the process of it, again, I'm totally with you. It's hard, I know that. If I can help, please drop a comment in the comments below and I will contact you and do the best to help you. Number two, make sure that when you break up, and if you broke up already, so remember why are those reasons that you broke up? There's a reason you broke up. And if she broke up from you or he broke up from you, I'm assuming there are also reasons over there. Remember why the relationship didn't work, not by poisoning the other person. Not at all. Again, you're poisoning yourself. But there are reasons it didn't work, and remember them. Now, if you think there's a chance to bring the relationship really back to life, not playing games, go ahead, I'm all for you. But only if that's a real chance. Don't play with yourself. If it's a real chance, go for it. If not, erase. Continue. After you remember why you broke up, or why she broke up, or he broke up, it doesn't matter. The next thing is, like we said, no bad mouthing. So after we pass that stage, do me one small favor. Choose one thing that does good to yourself. Only one, not 200. And go do that. Maybe not once, maybe twice, maybe 20 times, but do something that you like that has nothing to do with your ex. I'm sure before you met your ex, you had a lot of things you like to do, right? That's life. Each person likes whatever he likes. Each person has his hobby also before they meet their partner. So do one thing that does good for you and stick with it. You deserve it. So if we put everything together, again, I'm sorry for your breaking up. I know it's hard, it's painful, it's not easy. But you must go through those steps in order not to damage yourself even more. And after you make sure you don't damage yourself, let's jump one step forward and now also take care of yourself. Hi, I hope you enjoyed the video and got some tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. If you haven't yet, please smash that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, the most amazing things in life are the ones you take for granted.